everyone! Welcome to Storytime with the Princess. Today we're going to be reading from Disney's all-time favorite classics, and we're going to be continuing my story. I was sobbing over the broken statue when Flotsam and Jetsam, following Ursula's instructions, slithered up next to me. "We know someone who can help you." I was desperate. I followed the pair to the Sea Witch's grisly den. Ursula oozed sympathy. "The solution to your problem is simple, my dear," she purred. "You must become a human. Just sign this contract. It says that I agree to make you human for 3 days. In return, however, I would have to surrender my beautiful voice to the Sea Witch. And there was one other small clause. If after 3 days Prince Eric did not kiss me, then I belonged to Ursula." Sebastian, who had followed me to the rendezvous, cried out, "No, Ariel! Don't sign! Don't listen to her!" "I must. I love Eric, and this is the only way." "Smart girl," Ursula said. I signed the contract, and Ursula worked her magic. Soon after, I was above water on a beach, and Scuttle was staring at me and my new legs in wonder. "What's going on, Ariel?" "There's something different about you. Ariel's not a mermaid anymore," Sebastian explained. "Prince Eric had been searching for the girl with the unforgettable voice. When he found me, he hoped that I was the one. But I couldn't speak, much less sing, so he decided I wasn't, even though I was. Still, this beautiful girl needed help, so Eric invited me to be his guest. At the castle, I was given some fine clothes to wear and treated like an honored guest. And soon, just as I had hoped, the prince seemed to be falling in love with me. On my second evening as a human, Eric took me for a romantic boat ride in the moonlight. He was just about to kiss me when Flotsam and Jetsam overturned the boat and ruined the mood." "That was a close call," Ursula exclaimed as she watched the scene in her crystal ball. She decided it was time for drastic action, so she disguised herself as a beautiful girl named Vanessa and wore my voice in a locket around her neck. Then she made her appearance beneath the castle's walls and let the voice work its magic. When Eric heard her voice, he thought Vanessa must be the girl who saved his life. Eric made up his mind to marry Vanessa the very next day. The wedding would take place at sea on his ship. Vanessa was alone in her cabin before the ceremony, preening in the mirror, when Scuttle happened to look through the porthole. To Scuttle's surprise, he saw Vanessa's reflection in the mirror and realized she was really the Sea Witch. "Soon I'll have that little mermaid and her handsome prince, and the ocean will be mine," he heard Ursula gloat, using my singing voice. "I've got to tell Ariel," Scuttle said. Scuttle found me and Sebastian on shore and passed on the horrible news. Then, while I hurried to the ship, Scuttle organized a flock of birds and sea creatures. Scuttle's army attacked Vanessa the moment she stepped onto the deck for the wedding. The locket broke from her neck, and my voice was released to its rightful owner, just as I climbed aboard the ship. "Oh, Eric," I said, finally able to speak. "It was you, all the time." But it was too late. "You belong to me now," the Sea Witch screamed at me, as she resumed her monstrous form. The sun dipped swiftly behind the horizon. Then my 3 days were up. The wedding guests stared in shock as I became a mermaid again, and in a moment, me and Ursula vanished beneath the waves. Back under the sea, Ursula showed Triton his imprisoned daughter, and he saw the signed contract. "However, I'll give Ariel her freedom in exchange for yours." King Triton loved me so much that he agreed to the bargain. "At last," Ursula crowned, "I am sole ruler of all of the ocean." Then she used Triton's own magic trident to transform him into a pathetic sea creature stuck forever in captivity. Meanwhile, Prince Eric had gone in search of Ariel. "I lost her once. I'm not going to lose her again." Now his harpoons flashed through the water, directed straight at the Sea Witch. As soon as Ursula sighted the prince, she aimed the trident, but I managed to throw Ursula off balance, so the deadly rays hit the Sea Witch's own evil eels instead of Eric. Ursula was so enraged that her evil heart grew, and so did she until she towered over the whole ocean. "You pitiful fools," she shrieked. "Now you will feel the power of the sea witch." Lightning flashed. Great waves swept over the sea, tossing up ancient shipwrecks from the seabed. Eric managed to climb onto one of the wrecks. He steered it towards the mountainous form of the sea witch and impaled her on the ship's sharp bowsprit. With a blood-curdling scream, Ursula disintegrated into a patch of bubbling black ooze. With Ursula's destruction, Triton regained his power as king of the sea. At once, he went searching for his beloved daughter. He found me on my favorite rock, staring longingly at Eric, who had been washed onto the beach. And so King Triton granted me my dearest wish. He made me human forever so that I could marry Prince Eric. The wedding was held aboard Eric's ship, with all the merpeople looking on from the sea. Though King Triton was sad to know that his little mermaid would no longer live with him under the sea, his heart was lightened knowing that she would be forever happy with the man of her dreams. The end.